This is Robert Kraft, and I'm your host on SNN.Network, and we are a proud media sponsor for the upcoming Precious Metal Summit Beaver Creek, which is being held virtually this year. Joining me right now is Tahj Singh. He is the president and CEO of Discovery Metals. It's a publicly traded company. I got two symbols for you: DSV on the TSX Venture and DSVMF on the OTCQX. Tahj, thank you for joining me today. How are you doing?
Thanks for having us, Robert. Very good to be here. Doing well.
Very good. I'm happy to hear that. So let's start with a very quick overview and history of Discovery Metals, and then we'll go from there.
Perfect. Discovery is a pretty new company. It's about 2.5 years old. A little bit over a year ago, we acquired the Cordero project, which is our current focus and flagship. Through our acquisition of Lavon Resources. Cordero is located in Mexico, in Chihuahua State, on one of the most robust silver gold belts in the world. Cordero itself is one of the world's largest undeveloped silver projects by Silver Resources. So at 15 gram per ton silver equivalent cutoff from the 2018 PEA, it has over 1 billion ounces of silver equivalent, with close to 600 million ounces of that being silver alone. Right now, Cordero is in a resource and PEA stage project. Right now, we're doing an aggressive 55,000 meter drill program aimed at optimizing the economic potential of the project that will culminate in a brand new resource and PEA in 2021. And also, in addition to that, moving forward, in 2021, we'll be looking at the regional land package, doing reconnaissance work there. The current resource area occupies less than 5% of the land package we have. That's 100% owned, by the way. So we hope there'll be brand new targets we can start drill testing over the years, that we can, and this can really become a silver camp. We really think this is going to become a very large and robust silver camp. We've got 80 million cash in the bank. So very strong treasury, no debt. And another point to note is Eric Sprott owns about 27% of the company. It's one of his largest investments in the silver space. He's been a great shareholder to have on board.
You know, I don't want to sound repetitive, but I figured this would be a good question to ask so that maybe anybody who's watching will get a better understanding of some of the overview that you just gave. But, with everything that you just said in that overview of Discovery Metals, what would you say makes the company unique and different compared to some of your peers out there?
Yeah, there's a few items, but if one that's really standing out, especially that's timely, is really with silver price going up and everyone says they've got leverage to silver. Really, it's the size and scale of our project, right? Because there's very limited number of large and scalable assets in the silver space, especially in good jurisdictions. And there's not many primary silver large open pit mines in the world. So you have your typical underground mines, high grade underground mines. They give you the leverage of, the value per ton of ore goes up when silver goes up, sure. But you're kind of in ore or you're in waste. The unique thing about our project is that as the metal price goes up, more and the resource gets much, much larger, and more of the ore becomes economic. So for example, at our project, based again on the 2018 PEA, if you lower the cutoff grade from 50 gram per ton to 25, you increase, just the incremental increase, your resources by 500 million ounces of silver equivalent. And if you even go from 50 to 15, that increase is 800 million ounces of silver equivalent. You don't really get that. There's not a lot of projects that have just that increase. So that kind of scalability and the scarcity are the two things that really, I think, stick out. Our cash position, I think, is also at this point now with over $80 million is industry leading, definitely among explorers and developers. But I mean, it's definitely puts us in an amazing position to aggressively explore the property, look at resource expansion, future development. And then where our team has significant Mexico experience, all the way from exploration to development, and actually also to putting a mine into production. So those are kind of the few things that I think kind of stick out.
Very good. All right. And what's your background? I mean, how'd you come into all this?
I've been in mining my whole career, so close to 2 decades now. I'm a mineral processing engineer, both bachelor's and master's. And right out of school, I worked for Inco for close to a decade, Inco/Vale, various operations all over the world. Which was very neat to see, working for a large company like that. The amount of training and exposure you get is fantastic, and it's unparalleled. So it was great. After that, I went to the capital markets side and worked as a research analyst at Macquarie Capital Markets in Toronto, covering the golds and silvers, but kind of the developers and junior producers. And then after that, I was there for a couple of years. And after that, I worked as a VP business development and VP engineering at Timmins Gold, which was a gold producer based in Sonora, Mexico, about a 30,000 ton per day, big open pit heap leach mine. It's now part of the company has been acquired by Argonaut Gold, and the other part has moved on to another company. But I was there for about 6 years, and then came on to Discovery after that. My background is both engineering, and I'm also an accountant. Try to get all types of education. So I'm a CPA as well as being an engineer and a professional engineer. So quite a broad spectrum background, but I love the industry, and I've been in my whole career.
I'm gonna go on your LinkedIn. I'm gonna see all the titles at the end of your last name. I mean, you're gonna have the record. I think you're gonna have at least 10 letters there. I mean, that's incredible.
Yeah, it's getting up there. So no, it's just always been into it and kept doing things to keep progressing along as well.
Of course.
As getting experience in the industry. So yeah.
No, absolutely. So then from what you can tell us, what would you say are some of the company's value catalysts now for the rest of this year going into 2021?
So I'd say over the next 12 months, you're going to probably be getting drill releases every 3-4 weeks. We've got 4 rigs on. We're hopefully going to increase that. We're obviously very mindful of the COVID situation and keeping numbers down at the site or keeping people isolated. So that's top of mind, but we're going to definitely try to increase the number of rigs. And the key focus areas on the drilling are going to be expansion of the higher grade bulk tonnage domain, which has been our main focus since the beginning of this project, is to show that there is a very large part of the project that is economic at $17 silver. Obviously, we've got the leverage as silver goes up, but our real focus is to make a project that works at the lower silver prices, and then also continue to obtain more information on the bigger project as we move along. In addition to that, the systematic assessment of our extensive vein trends. So it's a new exploration target, if you will, near the resource area. In and around the resource area, we found several veins. Strike length right now interpreted is about 5 kilometers, and hopefully continues to grow. Those are going to be tested. And see if those can be supplemented with the higher grade open pit. How can it all, we're going to be testing the continuity of those. They've never been tested by previous owners. We'll also be doing follow-up metallurgical test work, based on our improved understanding of the Cordero project and to optimize the proposed flow sheet. And then we'll also be doing quite a bit of socioeconomic sustainability assessments, again, to de-risk Cordero. Things that go beyond the PEA stage. So we think all of these things can add significant value and also help and will be a huge step in de-risking the project. Again, all of this will culminate in a new resource and new PEA for 2021. And again, I talked about we will be doing early stage reconnaissance work on our property-wide targets and see if we'll be able to start drilling them next year.
Very good. So then where can our audience go and find everything they need to know about Discovery Metals?
Our website is www.dsvmetals.com. Our Toronto ticker, metals.com, and everything that they need to know will be there. We're also on Twitter and on LinkedIn.
Fantastic. Well, Tahj, thank you so much for joining me today. I really do appreciate it. Good luck. Stay safe. And I look forward to our next interview.
Fantastic. Thanks a lot, Robert. Stay safe, and hope to see you soon.
Thank you. Again, my name is Robert Kraft. I'm your host on SNN.Network, and we're a proud media sponsor for the upcoming Precious Metal Summit Beaver Creek, which is being held virtually this year. Tahj will be there presenting Discovery Metals, and thank you all for listening.